walk around and go over the cells, over the plates, over the tubes, up and down, whatever. Go around the workbench with the tools or anything else you want, cells. Whatever. You want to get many of these on. Yeah, get this one in food. When I charge up the water and everything else in food. And this will produce a gas, I'll show you in a minute, we'll blow it off for a few bubbles. I'll lift this out if you want. The brown sheet on the outside is just what's coming out of the water, you know what I told you?
Yeah.
This one here doesn't have it, but this one here at the bottom, that just brings negative totally square across. You have negative at the bottom, negative at the top, neutral in the centre, positive in the centre, two neutrals, two neutrals. Got that?
Yeah.
Gas, it only comes out here. Show you that on that one in a minute. Different configuration of plates. Negative, neutrals, positive. Negative underneath water. Gas comes out here, which we'll see in a minute. Glass bottle. Top through the middle, down to the bottom has a negative. Plates are held in. Neutrals. Positive to that wire you can see connected. Brings a positive inside. Negative plugs up underneath. Positive clips to the outside one in there. And then we'll show an experiment with that in a minute. Let me go along. Stainless fire extinguisher. Negative in the top. Neutral plating on the inside. Okay, tubes. Negative travels down the centre right to the bottom. Explain about that soon. Positive hooked up either here, here, or if you want the best gas, hook it up to the furthest point. Around here. Or out there. You can release that and bring gas out the front. You leave it off, gas comes out here. Vacuum gauge or pressure gauge. Plug that onto there. Turn on, this is a battery charger, or you can plug it up to a battery. Turn it on, you can read what pressure you've got. Hook onto the front or here, you're on the front, open that, put a pump on, put a car on, vacuum, and it shows your vacuum reading on the gauge as well. That vacuum you can pull there in. This little cell here, it has neutral plates on the inside. No positive charge to it whatsoever, no power. Negative through the bottom. This just bolts and separates it from there. This just goes into a car. And your car doesn't put any charge, positive or anything else to the outside of that. Negative connected to the body, and that's all there is. As anything going through it, as a field, hook on a there. This goes into there, that screws onto there, that goes through the firewall. That's aluminium. You can use copper, but if you use copper you've got to put a positive wire from the car to the furthest point to get the gas out, what we want, and it's not hydrogen or oxygen. Take it to the outside. On aluminium doesn't need a charge putting onto it. It stores it in the metal, brings it out to the into your motor, You've got to have a separate piece of rubber on the end here to stop, because this here is positive, even though it's not connected, but the gas inside, the water inside and everything else is positive. So this is a positive connection. You can't connect it to the motor, you've got to put a piece of rubber in, or else you get a dead short and the cell don't go. You've got to pull all apart, wash it all out, recharge water up, put it back in, restart. And it gives you a problem doing it. So that's how that works.
I'm recording.
This bottle here has neutral plates in it. It doesn't have any caustic or salts or anything else in it. It's plain water straight out of a creek off a hill. It has the neutral plates. It has positive outside, negative underneath, as we see. I'll now turn on a battery charger and you'll see.
Hallelujah.
Now look down the side. Work your way over the side. You'll see that's hydrogen going downwards. It won't break the surface. You see this vapour coming off the top? That's possibly what's running the cars. Goes down, fills up. It's plain water, doesn't brown, doesn't dirty. Always got this vapour. Down below here, if you look carefully, if you can pick it up, something is being drawn down from halfway. From here, it's going up. From there up. From there, it's going. Something else is being drawn down and taken underneath. Can you see clearly? Maybe. Yeah. I've got a vapour coming off the surface. All that in there is hydrogen. Look at the top. Hydrogen won't break the surface. I'll turn it off and just keep your thing going there and you'll see what happens. Power's turned off.
Clears it up.
If you lower your water, put on tape, if you lower your water to level with the plate or below it, you will not get any of that stuff down the sides. It'll just produce bubbles out of each plate. If you want to see that, I can tip that top off and show you. You won't get any down the sides. If you want to see, I'll just, you'll be able to see this. When I come back down, you'll still see it producing. Production, it's not what's coming back up. That will go off the plates if you can see through there. That produces gas for maybe an hour or two after that's been on, only for half a minute. You charge that water up and charge those plates up. You have continuous charge coming off that water as electricity or bubbling and charge. None of those bubbles are breaking the surface or sticking on the surface. They are gone. Now, we'll just, as long as you don't make a fibber out of me, we go back up again. We've got our water below the plates. Put our same on again. We'll turn on. You want to come to the top now, you will see there's nothing happening down the sides, but look what's happening in here. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now we're getting bubbles there.
Yeah.
Each one of those in turn, I'll put a little bit more water in and you'll see. This is just plain water in the charge. It's got a bit of gunk in this one, but that's fine. You just come up, see it? When I go down the side, you'll see it still hasn't gone over the sides. I will to bring the water up to clear the top. Now, as soon as the water goes over the top, you'll see something breaking, going down. Then it comes back up. That is coming up. You can see it clearly now. This is production very well. From here down, it's drawing something down under. Now you want to look on the top, you'll see the bubbles. They've only come since we've transferred it over. Keep the video going and hang on to your eardrums.
Hallelujah.
And the aluminium. which was in alum, and all the detergents they put in the water to clean it up is still in this one. Sorry, wrong way. That one goes there. That just clips to the outside as a positive. The neutrals, as I showed you before. This here just hooks up to negative. Oh, I've got to stop that from touching. Now, that's just clipped onto the negative cone. I'll lift it out to show you again, just to be on the safe side. See, no connection. Same thing again. That just goes into the negative. I clip it on. You want to look in there, you'll see something. See all the vapour?
Reckon.
The wind's blowing pretty strong here too, so it's blowing away the vapour.
Yeah. If you were to sniff that vapor, what, just nice oxygen or hydrogen, or what would it be?
What we're doing now,
At least it's not poison yet.
No, it's not poison. If you look at the size, what we're doing is we are stretching the water out. The water has come up about that far so far, and it will keep coming up. And it'll lift and lift, and then it'll start forming large bubbles. And those large bubbles, what we're going to do is we're going to turn the power off the battery in a second. And those bubbles we're going to light with the power turned totally off. Just want to show you that these are collecting into larger stuff. See that?
Yeah.
See them? And this here is nice, fine, beautiful, clean white. A bit of this brown here is from the water. I've had some bad water lately. So, now, I'll turn the power off. I've got a match. We'll leave it for a minute. You still there?
It's still there.
Just a match. You right?
Whoa.
Yes.
What happened to the roof?
Yep. Now the water has dropped right back down again.
Yeah.
We stretch the water up, it lifts. Totally lifts up, stands up. That's that one. That water in there is charged. If you can get that white stuff off the top, now you'll be able to see that it'll still produce for ages. That has not been charged either. Nothing's been on this morning. This fellow here should be able to tell you. So, now, water, but we've got our bubbles. Each one of them is relightable. And if you can see across, which is not water's not deep enough, you can see across, it'll still be producing gas off those neutral plates. I don't know whether you can pick it up. It's only fine, but now that's pushing 14.5 pounds per square inch of atmospheric pressure to get any of those bubbles off or produce anything. All we do is hook a vacuum to it. You remove the 14.5 pounds per square inch, and then you put out not hydrogen or oxygen, you put out whatever, and that's what runs cars. And it comes off like I don't know what. Okay? This is a keg for charging the water. I don't use this for anything except for charging. Positive outside, negative top and bottom, positive in the inside, centre, outside is charged. You want to try this is plain water, which is in here, which comes straight from the creek, and you've got to come up an inch further so you can see the bubbles. Now, we'll turn the power on, and instantly the water starts to rotate. Rotation. Waits a minute, builds a charge, no bubbles yet. As soon as it's charged, now our bubbles come from nowhere, no white stuff, no clearing, beautiful bubbles stick on the surface. Plain fresh water straight out of the tap. That's how long it's been on and charging, the first few bubbles.
Ooh.
That's with it on. Now we'll leave it go for a few minutes because they're not the bubbles what I want to show you. What they've done is went from the centre straight out to the outside. We're going to get a bit of muck in this because the water is polluted up here. The better the water, the fresher and cleaner the water, the better this is. This is charging the water, and if you're talking about sewage or dirty water or pollutants in water, this is what it does to it. It totally cleans your water, pulls them off, separates it. You can put it, it's not underneath, it's only on the surface, brings it to the surface. You can get a dippered bucket, strain it all off, take it off, throw it away, you've got clean, beautiful water.
Oh, that's really yucky stuff to look at, isn't it?
Now, you turn the power off. Power is off. There's still production going very well off this. This is charged well. No charge on. Whoops. Flame went out. Doesn't matter. There's no charge on. Come here. What's the door behind you? Louder.
Getting better. Getting better by the minute.
That water is cold. They will get bigger and bigger and bigger. And they come up, I've had them that big.
Yeah.
You can leave them all day as long as they don't burst. They won't burst, they'll sit there all day.
Yeah.
That gives you a surface tension. That's why they're sitting there, surface tension. Everything else you'll do, you can take this if you want, everything else you do, everything what comes off there will break the surface and it's gone, there's no bubbling, there's no nothing, and nothing stays there. This is charged water. This is the only time and any time else that you'll get bubbling. Wait a minute. Now water's charging up now. Comes through. The very first bubbles are lightable and blow your head off. You charge that water, leave it going for a short period of time and get a good charge into the water. You can see what's coming off. They're clean, they're clear. There is totally nothing
Beautiful
in that water. The more you leave it to charge, the better it gets. Those bubbles, they will stay there all day, all tomorrow. You come out tomorrow, you hit the any one of those bubbles, you hit them with a match, and do you notice it's getting louder?
Sure is.
What's your eardrums doing? Because mine are absolutely ringing like shit because that's totally inflated. And if you got it on camera, there was no flame, no orange flame, no nothing.
Right.
Totally good. Now, the bubbles come after the flash. It's still there. No charge on now. And it's still charging. It's still going.
Still bringing bubbles up here.
I haven't charged that. It's getting louder and louder. You want me to leave that on for, say, 10, 15 minutes? You will not stand in here because every one of these sheets of tin on this roof and everything will be shaking with the sound. You'll have to hold your eardrums. It'll go through your hand. I've done it. Your body will feel a thump, not against it. Your body will feel a thump. The ground down here will thump.
Shake.
Shake. That is plain, straight, nothing in it. You want me to drink it? If you want to try it straight finger in, feel the slip. There is no caustic. Please, if this is for you, I'm not guaranteeing that every car will run straight away off this gas. The little Escort took a day and a half. That's a cast iron motor. It had to put positive gas into the manifold and into the motor and it totally changed it. It took a week after we took the manifold and carby off and the gas off. It took a week before I could change the timing back and get it to run smooth again on air and petrol. A week after to get it back out of the metal. Now, you use this, hook this up. I know it runs on the Rover, the Leylands, the Escort, a Holden motor, a Falcon motor, a forklift, gas forklift, many others. Can't think of all now. But some cars with a negative charge in the motors takes a certain time for these not hydrogen or oxygen, these ions or these positives to get in, pollute the metal, change it from negative to positive, then it runs. This car here now, we'll show you later, it will run straight off because the pollutants are still in the motor, they're in the manifold, they're in the carburetor. So I'll show you that later anyway. So, and that gas there, you saw, has no colour when you light it. It is, if you want to, if your eardrums can pick it up there, totally implosive. Pulls your eardrums very loudly, doesn't it?
It sure does.
No flame, no nothing, and it is not hydrogen, that stuff. There is nothing in the water. I've drinking it, he's tested it, there's no slippery, there's no nothing. And all these two, exactly the same. If you put caustic or anything else into those waters within that period of time, any of these will be red hot. With the charge and the plate and the stuff that's coming off. They'll all turn hot. They stay cold. Water in about there. And this is gas reserve, and this is a welder, and this is a cutter, and this is also for running cars. It's been run, this one's run a car, that one included. The Escort included. I've now filled it full of fresh water, what Paul has brought down, straight, he knows what it is, right to the brim and top. I'll now take the charge, I'll put it on, positive outside, negative hose that goes inside like I described before. I'll turn the power on. I want you to get close here because you will see with charging, water will lift, expand out. It's now on. Clean white bubbles. Have a look at the tension on this. It's standing up 1/4 inch or more off the water above the surface. Just for fun, we got these bubbles will trickle over down here. They're on there. You see them? This is plain straight water. Oops, that's a plain straight dead match. You watching? This is power on. I don't have power on. I'll let some go down and build up. This is dead straight plain water. I'll just get a little bit of charge into the water.
Bloody hell.
You want to leave them sit on there, they build up. They'll stay on there like they do on the keg. On there they stay on. That is not off the cell, that is the bubbles they charge. The water, plain water running over is charged. Hit it again if you like. It's charging, you see? It's getting pretty good, isn't it?
It's about as good as your balloon was, Les. Bloody hell.
We turn the power off. The bubbles are gone. You want to have a look in? Bubbles are gone. Water's shrunk back down again. You okay? See, they're collecting in big blobs in there.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I'm going to light it.
God, geez.
You right? No power on. No power. That's that one. I'd like to get some onto the surface down here. This is plain straight out water. That now, the water is down to there, you've just looked.
Yeah.
The water is now stretching, coming up. It's coming up. And we'll just wait. You'll see the bubbles in here if you want. Hopefully, it's sitting there now. And in a few seconds, it should pour over the top. Come on. It's got to build up what I just set off in there. Here it comes. Have a look at the action if you like, if you want to come in closer.
You show me in, like, something like that.
If you're wondering, this is dead plain water, and pull from there to there is plates. Turn around, look at the charger. We're pulling less than 20 amps. When I charge this up and leave it overnight, we will pull 2 or 4 amps only, and do better than that. Now, I'll add a little bit more so you know. It's all that plain water. Let's see. We're going to go over the side. We'll try and get some down here to stay on there. It's on timber, that. I'll show you something else with this again in a few minutes, but we'll get a bubble. That one had a yellow flame. Why it had a yellow flame is it's on paint.
Oh, right, yeah, I picked up.
There is no.
Oh, yeah.
On neutral plates.
Mm-hmm.
What happens is, ordinary electricity spirals and goes right to the bottom and gurgles up.
Mm-hmm.
Comes up with the bubbles. On neutral plates, the current goes in and does a total right-hand bend in every direction of these. Straight out sideways. So what happens is, if you inject the negative in at the top, positive doesn't matter, it's right around. If you inject the negative in at the bottom, it does this all the way up to the surface. Everything's trying to get to the surface. Now, if you just put it into the top, it doesn't work the full length of the way down. So you have to put your negative in at the bottom. In this blue one, I've injected at the top, but I've run a wire straight down through the centre of the negative and put it on the bottom.
And then, like an insulated wire.
Yeah, insulated wire.
And
it's like this. It's insulated all the way to the bottom, and then it's hooked onto the bottom, right at the bottom, and then it works its way all to the top. If you hook it just in through the top, I've done it, you don't get half the production, half the bubbles. You will produce hydrogen, and you only get a few little bubbles, nothing. You've got to do it in certain positions. This here is totally by all rights and figures, by putting neutral plates across that, cuts down to buggery on each one that goes through. It cuts down, halves the current input. So by right, plain water should not produce one single bubble. Nothing. And you saw what that does.
Well, that's right, yeah.
And now, I can increase that threefold over by doing something else. Outside, positive. The one we had connected to negative before, we will now hook up to positive. So the centre is positive. The outside is positive.
Negative, you mean?
Positive.
Oh, right. Yeah, I see what you mean.
That's positive.
Yeah.
I bring this to the centre wire. Centre one.
Yeah.
I then put negative to the centre of those tubes. You want to see 3 times the production off the same plate? Have a look. watch how the bubbles are. Look at the vapour. Look at the colouring. You're watching how quick it is. You got it? Yeah, watch. See how quick it is. Let's just go into the centre. That is not the way I do it. That charges your water awful quick.
Hmm.
Might have been a bit of a bad connection. You can add charge to it if you want. This is plain straight water. Don't know why it must be the stuff in the water. It's pulled 10 amps. You shouldn't even pull half an amp on this. We'll grab some plain water. We'll build up because I always have the water right down.
Good old Bristol water.
Want to see the same? This is the one that runs the car. Has not been charged or put on this morning. It's plain, straight water. Hasn't had anything in it yet. No charge, no nothing. I'll drink the water. You all know what the water was. Pushes out the water and everything else it doesn't want. Even under vacuum. It'll pull down to where it wants. Won't use any from there.
Oh, yeah.
You go as far as you like on this stuff if your water's below where she can pull anything down a hose. And you will not use, go around Australia if you want, won't use any water. Come back, still got the same water. If you go above where it's going to vacuum it out or push it out, you will use what it pushes out or use what will come out under vacuum or splash. After that, you won't use any. You can keep topping it up as far as you want, whatever you want to do on top. Build it up, or draw it out through vacuum. It's been on for as long as you heard so far.
Bloody hell.
Pull the eardrums if you're wondering. Very well. See? Still lifting.
Yeah.
If you put your thumb over, very strange things happen. The bubbles go back to the water. See? You want to come up closer and have a look? I'll put my thumb over. I'm going to build up a bit of pressure. Come over and have a look in.
I got you firmed right in where I can.
Watch.
Yeah.
And we're getting a pretty good pressure, aren't we?
Oh yeah. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. And how many tubes do you got inside one another there? In that
one
one
negative, two neutrals, one positive outside.
Oh yeah, like four.
Yeah.
Four.
Now, if your gas is no good, and you want to increase the performance of implosive gas and everything else, do that. Let it build up for a sec. Take your finger off.
Here we go again.
Hydrogen. Yellow flame. Got that?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Want to change the gas? All you do is put your finger back over it again, or add plain, straight water. Clear bubbles.
Yeah.
Different bank.
Different bang altogether, yeah.
The weight you turn and everything else. That's all you do.
And that's 12 volts.
12 volts.
12 volts and 10 amps.
12 volts, 10 amps. Normally, without this pollutant, the cell is cold. Without the pollutants and everything else, I usually get half an amp on this, but this water's gone bad in the last couple of days. This cell here yesterday was pulling 25 amps. I let it settle overnight, it's got some of the pollutants out, it's now pulling 10. If I leave it till tomorrow, put some charge in, leave tomorrow, we will go down on plain water down to 1/2 amp, and I'll put out the same gas but more potent. That is plain straight water, a few bubbles there, very, very, very potent. As soon as you get the minerals and shit, you've got a dirty water, you've got a hydrogen, you've got a yellow flame, you've got less bang, no air puller, you've got a pressure. You come to a plain water, clean, good plain water, clear bubble, clear everything else, very bangy, very implosive, ear poison. Anyway, I'll leave that. If I feed back this machine here, over amps. If I turn on, I can put 60 amps in. It'll stay the same volts. That'll charge your battery if you want. I can go for a small bike battery right up to up to 5 batteries if you want.
Yeah.
Understand? You know what it's got? 10 amps. 10 volts on these.
Yeah.
11 volts.
And 60 amps.
That's a
That's
that's
supercharged.
sulfuric acid in a battery.
Yeah.
In water. Or the sulfuric acid on the plates. Understand? It's pulling heaps and heaps and heaps in.
Mm. Oh yeah, yeah. But that would charge up real.
Well, I'll show you. We saw a minute ago that we had very low voltage, 12 volts and everything else on this. See what we've got there? We can plug this on. Now, I've set it on boost, and you watch what I can put in. I can put in
55 volts.
55 to 60 volts. Now, you want to see what I'm putting into the cell? That one after it's been charged.
Half an
It's charged now.
Yeah.
What am I putting in? Half
Half
an
an
amp. On plain water, and I'm still getting out the same gas. Now, if I come back, then still do the same.
Yeah.
I go to boost. I can put in less. This is a good machine. I can set it to anywhere I want. I've got it open so I can change things and get out whatever I want. We want to see, we can go over to this one again and put it on. We can put in voltage, whatever voltage you want. Go to boost. We can go to 54, 50 some volts. Same gas, same everything else. Still get out the same much. Don't care about voltage. The more voltage I put in, the less I pull on the way I set up my plates. The less voltage I put in, the more I pull.
Yeah.
That's if I want to produce hydrogen, oxygen or gas or bubbles or anything else. But it's not what I do. It's not what I want to do. Go back to 1, and I do worse. It's however I want to set it up. Or I can go to just an ordinary battery, do the same. If I put it on charge and go for a drive, I put water in the car. It should have been on the other video about me. That's filled to the top. Now, when I put this into there, and for you, I'll put a bit of charge into it. Now, you'll see the bubbles go into there off the cell. As soon as it builds up the charge in here, bubbles will go into there. They're very explosive. They're through a flash arrestor. If we can light them first off, doesn't matter. That water should, as the charged gas goes into it, should expand that water out, which is plain river water, and pour it over the side. And charge expands the water. As soon as we get the bubbles coming through.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if they are lightable straight off.
Right.
But same cell. Doesn't matter.
No.
Different gas thing there, what we want altogether. Straight through. just lit this, we did nothing, just put the top on. But what's coming off there cannot be lit by right?
Finding my...
Now we're changing over to inflated gas. Watch the flame and the match. No, hang on, some of the other stuff. So you've got 3 different kinds of gases there already.
Yeah.
One with a yellow flame, one with an inflated and throws water at you, and the other one which is not lightable. All in the same.
All sorts of different cocktails.
One more don't light, one more puts it out. One more throws the water out. Inflation. All the same. That's what happens. I'll turn it. Where are you going? No power on. No pressure in that or anything else, it's still going. Keeps going. Funny thing about all this is, every one of these, with plain water, with the power turned off, has twice the bang gas with the power turned off as with the power on.
Yeah, well, some of these are loud.
With the power off.
Yeah.
More bang with the power off, with no power going into it. It's more banging. Now what we do is we take this out. What we've got here is a pressure gauge. This pressure gauge, it's a vacuum and a pressure gauge, and what it's set at, I can't get back up, it is 10 below north.
Oh, yeah.
And already. Leave it sit anyway and watch it build up. Oh, see. And we had inflated gas which goes into the water and throws it out and does not have a flame. I'm here with an open lid. I turn the power on for 3 seconds, I turn it off. I have, when I light, that's air rushing in. I turn the power back on, 3 seconds, turn it off. I put a match to the top, I get air coming out. I turn the power back on, I turn it back off again, 3 seconds again. I now blow everything to smithereens. Just goes, boom! 3 different gases, and you can see the 3 different gases there by each bubble. In the cell here with an open lid, I get implosive, exhaust, and then explosion, or implosion. Actually it's implosion, because I've stuck this lid here totally down into there 3 times now, and I've had to knock them back out. On an open cell, I've pulled the centre plates clean up that far out of the water as the implosion went, and I threw electricity right around this whole shed, off the cell when it went. And I'm not going to do that for you now because I've already been cut and shocked and inflamed and sorted me out. Now we're up to 100. Oh, actually 120 because it's 10 over, see? Now, on this, I just put a balloon. Got to make sure it's sealed properly. Balloon over the end. Lean on. Build up whatever you want. I know what they're going now. So what one bubble does? What? Very, very light gas. Now, to light this, I have to cover my hands because all my hairs and everything else totally non-existent afterwards. Actually, I'll give you the paper. Cut your stuff, Michelle. This balloon's going to do one of three things. One is it's going to implode and flame and turn the balloon inside out, and in rushing air it's going to take every hair off me or everything else. The second thing, that's if we got the implosive gas straight off. Secondly, if we've got hydrogen, there will be a big bang and a yellow flame and explosion. Thirdly, there will be another thing which, if it's there, you'll see. I can change the gas, 3 different gases I can get off that cell to do whatever I want.
You still there, Joe?
Look,
Jeez.
that had a yellow flame to it.
Yeah. That was hydrogen.
First off. Second time I'll do it, if you pick it up on there, there's a very big shed, and every one of the sheets that's in on the shed just shook.
Oh, rattle. Yeah.
Yeah, right? And it's full of my eardrums and so on, but my eardrums are still here, so that was explosion hydrogen as well as a little bit of inflation. Hit the other stuff. I don't even know where the balloon went. What colour was the white?
A white one there?
Okay, what we got, this is what's left of the balloon, fragmented, and we've got a frequency in it which is hydrogen. That's a low negative wave. When you get the implosive, it is 100%.
It's ripped.
Yeah, it looks fine as fuzzy.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Next time I blow up a balloon, you saw first off, I said before, first off, you get one gas. Second off, you get another gas. Third off, you get another gas.
Yeah.
So that's how it works. I don't know why, but when you get the gas what you want, you can test it by a balloon to see what you got.
Yeah.
But what you got now, you got to know what comes next.
Yeah.
And then you can draw that gas off.
Yeah.
If you don't want that gas, you put a balloon on, you blow it up, you can find and get the next gas.
Find out which. Yeah.
We'll do it again if you want.
I think we'll save our eardrums.
I had a proper tube, I put this on for welding. So this,
Taking off.
I know what gas I can get off. This gives you a better degree.
Bloody hell.
Isn't it?
That was a different gas altogether, yeah, different bang.
Different gas. We have all the balloon here now this time. This time we don't have virtually any frequency. Now the next gas, I know what I got, and I'm not going to light one of them.
No.
Because the next one will turn the balloon inside out, fragment to a million pieces, and flame and pull our eardrums. And I've done it, I've smashed these lights before, so I can pull them out of the roof.
Yeah, forget it.
And these in the inside of the balloon are dry. The next gas that runs the car, when the balloon is fragmented, the balloon is turned inside out. This is the way that balloon was then, out the right way up. The balloon is fragmented to a million pieces, and it's turned inside out, and it is soaking wet.
Oh, yeah.
It's condensed the rain.
Yeah.
It's condensed rain. It's made rain. That's what the next gas does, but it's that powerful I can't even fill that amount of the balloon up. So, I've done it before.
We'll cancel that
See if
one.
I can, I've got shit in here, all the minerals and shit that I've used before. I'll see if I can find the balloons. All this shit doesn't do nothing. We've got sulphur powder, urea, bluestone, nitram. Never used that one. That's explosive, very nitram.
Oh,
For the bloke quarries with. We've got magnesium sulfide. It's caustic soda in it, I don't use the shit. There is sulfate of ammonia.
Epsom salt is available straight off the counter in the chemist shop,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
Bicarb soda in water produces, with a charge on it, produces oxygen. Bicarb soda in plain water, use a magnet, the north end of a magnet, turn it anti-clockwise, produces hydrogen.
Oh, yeah?
Potassium nitrate. I cannot make this stuff go off with anything.
Potassium nitrate.
Except with the way the scientists do it at school, they teach the kids to go blow mailboxes apart.
Yeah, yeah. You make big bales out of them.
Boron or borax?
Borax, yeah, yeah.
I've tried through every one of these things before. I have tried every one of them. I can produce hydrogen, I can produce oxygen, I can produce lightable stuff, non-lightable. I cannot produce anything that runs a car. I cannot produce anything that puts out anything but a big yellow flame, and you have to pull you can pull up to maybe 60 amps to get any bubbles, and then the cell instantly gets hot, no matter what you use. In here happens to be carbide powder. You want to add a drop of water to that? You get acetylene.
Yeah.
That's what produces acetylene. You add a drop of water to that, you get awful big bomb.
Yeah. That's right.
Hydrogen peroxide of 130 volume, what is it, 35%. Never used it, brand new. That's all I have, that's all I've tried. There's balloons everywhere around the floors, which have different paint. Like off the cell, I totally fragmented paint as well. Now, I can do this anyway. No. High positive frequency comes out. It's out of mine. See that little hook?
Yeah.
That little hook is my gene line, if you know what a gene line is.
Yeah.
My children. To tell if they're my children, you can do a blood test or you can do a test with a balloon. My children, if I get them to blow up a balloon, I've got a daughter and a son, and I get them to blow off a balloon, their frequency out here will be a little bit different, but that there is 100% identical, and you can grab their balloon and sit it over that. If he does one, you do one, anybody else does one, they will all be different. You'll never get one to sit back over there unless it is from the same gene.
Remarkable.
And I've done this with thousands of people and I can prove it. Now, if he blows one up and I put a bit of spit on my finger and I touch him,
Sure.
what he gets in the balloon when he blows it up is his frequency and 2 of mine. 2 of these mine. Why? I don't know, but 2 of those are my children being transferred over through the acid spit off my tongue onto my finger and touch him for 1 split second.
Yeah.
And if you were a negative field person and I just come along, put a bit of spit on and I touch your hand, you blow up a balloon, you now can blow it up where a minute ago as a negative person you couldn't even light it. You'd burn a hole through it and it'd go fizz down. Then now you can light it. Now, I've got balloons. If you have a sickness or a disease or anything else, it's a low negative field and it'll put a wave or a striker point. Waves, no high frequency pitches, little M's. I can hold that, depends on where you blow it up, I can hold it up to your body. And if you have a disease from halfway down and you blow the balloon up aiming downwards, the rip across the balloon like that will show it up, and I can tell you that you, without even knowing you, I can tell you that you got a disease from there down. I can tell you whether you got a cancer, I can tell you what you got out of the air out of your own mouth.
Incredible.
Now, on quantum here, I've done this for about 4 years.
Yeah.
On quantum about, about 6 months ago, there is a man who is going to take the police breathalyzers, and he has taken them now, and on them there is the frequencies. Big high squares, he's put them on a computer thing. Now, in people with known cancers, breathing into these, he has found one little striker like this different than everybody else with no cancers. So he's going to take from their breath, make up these machines which are going to flame and tell you whether you've got a cancer or a sickness or anything else.
Incredible.
Now, there was a guy come into my shed. I will get this on tape. There's a guy come into my shed here the other day. I've never met him before. He heard what I was doing. A man brought him here. I didn't know him, never met him. Didn't know there was something wrong with him. I got him to blow up a balloon, the same as I just did, air out of his mouth. Took a fair bit to light it. When it did, when he blew it up, he held down like that and blew up. He blew the balloon up. He was mad, and he's had it for 3 years. He dropped his pants in this shed here to show us, and he said, "How did you know?" I said, "I didn't, but your balloon showed up a frequency in the way that you did. If you blow the balloon up, I would have looked at this part."
Yeah. Huh. Incredible.
The things what you can
Record, yeah.
different gas again.
Yeah.
Bit of water. Oh, still got the same. That was hydrogen. There's a yellow flame, you follow? There's two different ones. One out with yellow flame, one in with spits of water.
I think.
Change. It's a difference. We're in going up the door. Right, give responses now. Hey? Scary. Scary. Actually, it surprised me. That's not that. Got more guys than had the other week. You right? Fluctuating in the. I've got the mix of the air through, it turns right off and everything else. And I can't hold it down under 1500 until we just come back from the drive. And where is it just idling? North. Totally north on the accelerator. You got the taco there?
Yeah, yeah.
Don't want to come back. Look at this. What? Man, I can't. Hey, the wire fell off the end of the road. You got to start a wire again because I heard it. Hey, get your video camera onto the... Hey, quick, get on here. On the bed. Huh?
Before, yeah.
There's no petrol in there now.
Before, currently, yeah.
You see that? You saw where the petrol was before, didn't you?
Yeah, well, there's nothing in the filter there now, no.
Should. I got it?
Yeah, now I've got focus. Can I see the fuel?
Yeah, you can see the fuel. I can see it.
Yeah, the fuel is back in there again, yeah. So,
The cell, if you got the sound going, what the cell does is when you hook it up and the cell starts to cut in, and if you do have fuel on there, carburetor fights the running power till she does it. You can't get it on there and petrol down under 500, as you know. Now the thing is down onto idle, you know, and she drives the petrol clean back down the line and back to the tank, and you won't have nothing in your bowls or carby or anything else, and that's how, so you know what you got. You know what you haven't got.
oh, it's one potent machine.
And it's certainly red. What is doing that? The gas is trying to take over and trying to refuel it. I need to stop the air going in. Hey? What am I doing? Cutting the fuel off. Hey? And
What's this one?
if you screw that in, we get fuel. You screw that out, we don't get fuel.
Nothing going in, but can't do any coming out, coming back.
That's what it's from.
Probably,
What's the centralised? I see, it's not, yeah, not from here, right?
yeah, I was going to say it's probably lining up with the cables and that.
So you put a big enough thumb on it.
What? Big enough one?
Oh, that's expected.
Where?
Don't worry.
Yeah. Shouldn't. Wondering whether I should try that. It's dying out up high then, wasn't it? It's crisp. Well, I reckon we were totally on gas then. There was nothing in the bowl. there's nothing in here, and we just everything changed up high.
Hmm.
So if I wrap this around, this is what we did at the furthest point on the celda. That is just on 7,000 it changes pitch. That's what it's doing there just last time, and it's never been in there before.
I didn't see it, but I didn't think I was see it there.
Right, well, we're not cutting out, we're not jerking, we're not farting, she's smooth, and she's winding up. She's got a little bit of a thing there. It doesn't have that in there when the fuel went in there, remember? You know when the fuel did? She went right up over 7,000 and no. I reckon...
It wasn't happy going 6.5 before, when it had the fuel hooked up.
I reckon the carburetor should have run out of fuel by now.
We've done about 8 or 10 kilometres, so.
See, before we were sending it past 7,000 revs.
Yeah.
Now she gets a little bit below 7,000 and changes pitch.
Yeah.
So, see what that cell's done, the form or...
Cool. Cooler than any other cab off. Not cold, if you know what I mean.
Just kick button first. I'm not pushing the accelerator either. Not even gonna. Go to 50. Break this back and I'll get it to come up. Before you could come up here, the rover and that'd come up here in top gear and wouldn't even scream up here.
Yeah.
What this was doing the other week before Ron killed it, she'd come up here, 8,000 revs, just scream straight up over the top.
Yeah.
You'd just change.
You did well coming up the way it was. That's steep. You went up, what, 2/3 of the way in top gear.
And then I let it die right down below to 500, then I changed.
Yeah.
I had to go back. If I would have went back to 1 gear, I would have pulled up there in third.
Yeah.
You know, she would have made it.
Yeah.
Wait, 50 bucks, you have to go to third. All the 6 cylinders, you have to go to second. The old V8, you have to go to second. Yeah. And on the gas, the other day, I put up there in top gear. And on this, yeah, top gear. A bit of petrol on it. Yeah, half and half. Petrol and gas, yeah. Pull up there and top gear.
Yeah.
See that one. Going into another speed one now. What a speed. What I'd like to do just up here is I'd like to see if I can change the time and apply it before I tackle it.
Oh, yeah.
I'll let it die out this time.
You're back to third now.
Yeah, man. Bit of a rattle there now.
Yeah. Thinking a little bit there.
I'm not pushing it flat either. I actually didn't drop it. Not dropping down really. Let this bus have a go. Right, well this car won't do that for you.
That's fine, yeah. What this is, what, we must have done at least 10 kilometres now since we took the fuel pipe off.
Yeah, change that gauge. Oh yeah, it should have. He usually puts in, because the gauge is faulty, he's got the petrol gauge.
Oh, yeah.
He usually puts the what I was doing the other day, and you get down to half rev, half tank, you just go whomp down to empty.
Yeah.
And this is the fourth or fifth time, so fourth gauge we put in this. There's a brand spanking new one we put in here now.
Yeah.
They still play up. They last for a short time and then they play up.
Yeah.
So what he was doing is setting his trip meter to see what he can get out of it.
Yeah.
And,
Well, for the amount of water that you've got in your unit here, you shouldn't have to worry about fueling up for the next, 25,000 kilometers? That's incredible.
and see, the motor's different noise, isn't it?
Oh, it's as smooth as that. Yeah. It's got a nice burble to it now, which...
Yeah.
You whip up to 7,000 in one go, yeah.
Yeah, she lives. Feel in second, she's not dying so much as second before with petrol. She's third, sorry. We're more fair and third. Yeah.
Third,
Even I'm not there. She didn't have that before either, did it?
Nope.
See, third, she'd die out a little and then you could pick up in over half revs, couldn't you?
Yeah.
So,
Well, she's a wicked little motor now.
not a puff of smoke, nothing out there. She's cramped, you don't even get, you're not even getting a mist of petrol vapour, you know what I mean? You're not getting that black soot.
Well, you know,
When you
there's
plant the accelerator once, you'll get, in your car, you give it a rev, you'll get a black soot first and then it's clean out, right?
Well, there's no petrol there to mix to it.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, before it, yeah, with the petrol
yeah.
on even, you know, you,
Yeah. What have we got here?
yeah, an accident. Yeah, accident.
That's cool, but it's alright.
Must be there because they stop the traffic or something. Big top here now, mate, isn't it? Smooth, and, you know, there's no noise, there's no smooth. Look at this. Yeah, look at this, the top.
Different motors altogether.
Top here.
Yeah.
And I just slowly push down and then you just open her up.
That's a different motor altogether.
Do you notice when she's in there, there's no noise now, there's no burble. You know, it's quiet. Even this little I have to go back to the first gear.
Yeah, it should be totally ionized now and running
Well,
full on.
it's not exactly responsive as what it was, but see, well, we had it idling and then before at 8,000 revs, and and then we transferred over and, you know, we took it for a run, out the road, screaming, top gear and everything, mate, you send her right around, while you flap her out. When we get back to the shed, what I'll get you to do, before I shut it down, I'll get you to just take a video as you come into the, you know, down the drive.
Yeah.
I'll get into the shed and I won't shut it down. And then I'll hit the accelerator. And you just watch that goes.
Yeah.
So what we're doing too, mate, we're pushing 7,000 revs instantly, straight out without any hesitation. And we're pushing all of us.
Yeah. Well,
And the
three
car.
of us. Yeah, three of us and the car.
We're pushing 7,000 revs out in flaming third gear.
Yeah.
We weren't able to do that before.
Well, you flattened out as far with petrol. Well, that was for three of us on board too, wasn't it?
The motor's not even creeping it to 70 now, is it? You know, you're not bow bouncing, you're not losing out, you just... That's what I call sort of like impressive if I saw that with somebody else, you know?
Impressive. It's a bloody miracle. No, that is truly amazing.
What I might even do is when we get up to your home, see this one here,
Yeah.
that is that white wire, you know?
Oh yeah, yeah.
But when I get over to your home, I'll turn that off and see whether she revved out a bit further.
Yeah.
Because I thought I need on because I've had to have it on before, just to that tube, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I turned off, I'll see what she does in the lower gears and see if she'll crack out any further, you know what I mean? Or whether or not we need it on or off with running slowly or not.
That's for us, isn't it?
It's a great car there, mate. Sometimes the cops sit up here and hide and everything else, you know.
Oh, yeah.
People up and down the Flaming Street. I'll get around here. I want to be able to see whether I can power on. Like there's no cops. Hey, you done it. Cut it. Cut it.
Yeah.
Cut it. Now we got virtually nothing, isn't it?
Very cool. Alright. You go 7 plus. Way up against the top.
Only twice. This is just to show you.
Okay, so the inner cylinder is negatively charged, and we have 3 neutral charged, uncharged plates, and the outside one is positive.
And you look inside now, there's nothing.
Right. Looking into the side of the...
And you should be able to pick up this vapour.
Yeah.
You pick that vapour up? Because that's not steam.
Okay, that's your white hydrogen and oxygen combination from electrolysis, huh?
Is that what you think?
Oh, no, you've actually put neutral water in it.
Plain water.
Yes.
See your bubbles? Do not stay on the surface. They're gone.
Mm-hmm.
You see?
Yep.
Okay, now...
This is basically rainwater.
Well, tap water.
Tap water.
Okay, now, I will go over the plate.
Yep.
Instantly, look what happens.
That's not...
Yeah, but now watch. You see down the sides now.
Mm-hmm.
If this water's... It is?
Yeah.
That water's not charged yet. And see, look, this is our bubbling, which just breaks away. It's gone. And those, you don't have to hold your eardrums. This don't work.
Yep.
Alright? Okay. If you look now, you will find something has gone to here.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns around and comes back. Where's that rubber one? If I don't touch anything, I'll show you. You can see it off this.
Yeah.
Something's drawn down, this goes to there and returns.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not charged water yet. That's not the way I do it. That's just ordinary.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
Now, if you go on the plate, nothing happens out here. If you go above a fraction, everything happens out here.
Yeah.
The water, you end up with a magnetic field twisting.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
Now, we're pulling out the minerals what are in the water here. See these?
Yep.
I want to get rid of some of those. Actually.
Okay.
Oh, you want to look at that?
Yeah, that'd be good one.
Whatever.
I'll check you.
Real high tech. Okay, now I'm going to go positive centre
Yeah.
and positive outside. Right, this is how I charge the water to, what would you call it? Either to give me surface tension. Understand? You want to have a geyser in here now?
Yep.
You want everything in there?
Mm-hmm.
These don't break now.
Right.
These are a little different. Now, I've got to do that. All right. Do some plain water, Pete.
Plain water?
Yeah.
Can I tell them?
No, let's just clean the
Oh, right.
clean the glass.
Right.
And clean the fudgy sealer. You
Yep.
clean it. Back to the same way again.
Just gets rid of all the contaminant that was
Yeah.
on the plate.
Now we turn her on.
All right. What was the current beforehand? I don't know.
20.
Yeah, 20 amps.
Well,
Now,
look at this white stuff in there now, look.
so we're down to about 5, 6
Look at
amps.
this pouring in, look.
Oh, yeah, it's totally different. Very much finer.
Now our bubbles are staying there, see?
Yep.
See, they're not breaking like they used to?
Yep.
It's like this water.
Yeah.
Okay? And when we charge this up, you see it just starting to ooze over, but you watch now. See it clear in here?
Yeah.
Just have a geyser. Watch what happens.
No, right.
Watch this too.
Hmm.
That goes to there. Something else from there, you'll watch a little clear one goes from, I'll get out the light. Can you?
Yep.
Yeah, can you see them?
Mm-hmm.
Total difference.
Yes.
And look in the top, it's totally different stuff.
Looks like an Alka Seltzer now. Yep, looks like an Alka Seltzer.
Yeah, and a little bit mercury about.
The bang on that is lightning, isn't it?
Well, we'll be in a minute.
Now, does the metal on the electrodes cause a problem?
Yeah, it eats the chromium off.
Doesn't.
These were chrome.
Mm.
They're only pretty new, it keeps eating it off.
Mm.
Well, that water is just straight dead water and everything else.
Yep.
And these are alright for now, because that's just been put in, hadn't been charged. I usually take it out there and put it into these, you know?
Mm. Yep. Okay.
No yellow flame.
Mm.
Just needs, some of these waters need a bit of a kick start, you know?
Yes.
For hours and produce all the time for hours.
Mm-hmm.
See that?
Uh-huh.
Good. That's production, continuous, yeah?
Yeah.
Side, I've negatively charged some water,
Mm-hmm.
and then I took some other water and I positively charged it. And on the meter, she only reads like that big, you know, maybe 1 amp or something, 12 volts.
Mm-hmm.
Put the two together into a container, well, 60 amps.
Mm.
Two different
Yeah.
Traction.
Okay. Now, right, let's see if there's any difference in that water what we put in before. Going up a bit more.
10,
10,
12 amps.
yeah. See, difference in the water. Those two waters, there's two different waters. This is the only way, hooking them up this way is the only way I can charge my water through. See the bubbles? They're not breaking the surface, are they?
No, right.
Right, you saw before, they just come up and they're gone.
Yes.
They don't stay there. Okay? This is being charged.
Yes.
You want to hear this stuff?
Right.
We'll let it go for a second in this container to get the polarisation right for this cell because it's been polarised to there. So we'll get it polarised to this now.
You want to fill it up a bit more, Jake?
No? And if it doesn't work this way, I put my hands over and build up a little bit of
Pressure.
well, not so much pressure, but a field over the top, with a positive field over the top. And then my bubbles can come about that big. Just one bubble. Pretty good stuff.
Yeah. It's the bubble formation. It's almost as though it's got detergent in. They're sticking together, the bubbles.
Do they start to get bigger?
Yeah. Right.
Current off.
Right.
Hold it over it, so you...
You pretty right?
Yep.
I've had a bit of yellow. Surface tension straight away, see you?
Yeah.
There is something there. See that white milky stuff? That's hydrogen. And this stuff here isn't.
Right.
This is with the power on.
Yes.
Just trying to get that.
Yep.
Okay, for a second, get a couple there. Yeah, it's got element in the water, wherever that water come from. Buggers see the element, the water from around the creek, and that was filled. Rocky Creek Dam and met it here. Okay, power off. Bubble's still there.
Watch, camera. See the different red ones?
The high pitch.
Cars and as far as I can figure out, big fellas, aerials, all the gear. They'll come and sit out the front of the other side of the road here and they'll watch in here, they'll listen. I know they'll listen because my son and I have been in the shed here and we haven't been in eye contact with them. We know that they were sitting there for hours watching while we've been playing here, and then my son and I have decided to go out there and see who they are, and they haven't even spotted us and we haven't spotted them. We start to walk out and they shoot off. And another car comes and takes its place, a different sort of car and different fella. You go in the car and go anywhere, they'll follow you. Even when I work around the corner doing a bit of mechanical work at the shop, I've had a fella sitting over on the other side corner, and I went over to South Lismore to drop off a head. And this car, with all the aerials and everything else, followed me all the way over there. I reversed in, and I saw him, I had a feeling about him. I just drove straight back out again. He was going to park up the road a bit further, and he followed me. I went around the back streets all the way, crisscrossed, and he followed me all the way. I reversed back in and just hopped out of the car and he parked up the road again. And then I took off again and come back over to work.
Do you feel it to the police or special forces or what?
Well, I had the number plates taken to the RTA. The guy who followed me over south, I took the number plates and I took it to the RTA to have the check done on who it is. And they told me that I couldn't find out who it is because the number plate was silent. I said, what does that mean? He said, it's just like a silent phone number. You cannot have information to that number plate. I said, well, that's interesting.
butchering down to 39 sizes under, which would make it about a 93, is that right?
Make it one, eh?
Right.
All I've done is virtually.
69 of a pack down.
Oh, going down to 69,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah.
I'll just show you here. These, which are jet drills.
Yes.
These are your soldered up ones.
Yes.
Bit tight.
So the 69. Yep. Fine.
Okay, now, the size what the 140s were originally, they're the 140s.
Yep.
What they originally were is not on this set of dials, it's bigger again.
Yes.
So I'll come down to buggery.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
Good. Okay, we'll pause the video until we start getting set up.
Did you get down?
Just now putting in the smaller jet into the carburetor. Now, why are we doing this for, sir? Can you explain?
For a start, if you want to run a mix, you can. If you, and that's not really the main reason, but to show you on petrol now, without touching any rest of the car was driven in here, to show it with the smaller jets and everything else that we now, when we touch the accelerator, she will cut out. Well, it'll idle, but touching it to open up the secondary throats won't run on the fuel what's in here.
Yes.
Then with this fuel in here and the cell on, we will start the vehicle and we will show that the thing will rev over 7,000 revs when I set the timing to suit
Yes.
the gas now. And then we'll disconnect this line here and bung it up, and that's our fuel input. And we will let the carby sit here on fuel and run totally out of fuel.
Right.
And you control your hardest to get it going.
Yep.
And then what we'll do then is we won't put any more petrol into it. We will then hop into it and we'll whirl it over.
Yep.
And we'll start it on the gas by itself. And I'll show you by the tacho. You can sit in the back there and take the tacho on your machine there and you'll still see it going well over 7,000 revs with the petrol totally disconnected.
Fine.
How's that?
Sounds excellent.
Good.
And for a four-cylinder engine, what sort of advance do we need
47 to 50 degrees advance.
before top dead center
That's on this one.
on this engine?
Yeah.
Fine.
When the gas starts to go into a motor, there's probably about 3 or 4, when you first initially hook it up, there's probably about 3 or 4 times that you have to re-advance the timing. As the gas starts to get in, your timing isn't so far advanced. You take it for a run up the road, you might go, say, a mile. Within that mile or so, you may get out and change your timing 2 or 3 times till you're matching the motor to suit the gas, and as the gas gets in there in that distance to align all the structure to the suited gas, you may, to get the best performance, you may move the timing 3 times till you get it to the 47. On an aluminium motor,
Oh, yes. This is
you
because
can
the energy...
just take it instantly straight to it.
Yes.
But this is a cast iron motor, and the cast iron motor takes a period of time to get it through.
Does the cast iron or the aluminium become magnetic at any time?
Not that I've found out that the... not in the magnetics by taking a magnet to it or anything else to it, but I believe it's a different kind of magnetism. Your water in here, if you put coolant in your radiator, your coolant disappears. Don't know where, but the water doesn't disappear. The smell of the rubber and the normal heat water disappears when you get it running. These here run cold. The exhaust water...
Touch them with the back of your hand.
Yes.
Cold. We had a run in this a few weeks back, and we were really on a scorching hot day, and I drove 12 kilometres with just the gas on, and this radiator cap, that button in the centre there, had ice on it. And we had the government, what's the place out here at Wollongong? Agricultural College. They have a mechanicals course out there. My son done a mechanical course there. I drove from South Westmore out to there to pick him up in this car, and I just topped up full of water, hopped into it, drove out to there, hard run on a boiling hot day, pulled up, got the head of the workshop to come out, pulled the bonnet, checked the flaming radiator, and on that button there was ice. He put his hand on the radiator and put his hand on the exhaust pipe, and he said, "Bullshit."
So we now know what it is. We didn't know what bullshit was before.
Excellent, excellent. That's good. I'm pleased about that.
So he can verify that and so on. Now, this here has got those jets in it. She'll idle, but as soon as you touch the accelerator, she'll just cut out. That's just petrol with 39 sizes or something smaller.
Yeah, down to 69. 61 sizes down, Jack. Double idle.
Yep.
Alright. Rev it, Johnny, go for it. No, I mean rev it, no?
Right,
Let
okay.
me on. No? Come on. Make it go, Joe. I can honestly tell you it won't do that when he puts the other.
Okay.
Starts on that.
And,
Those jets are just quite small.
Would you agree with that?
right, we're just fitting the cell down into
The
the...
hole in the floor.
If you come this way, you'll be able to see.
Alright, we're coming around the other side.
The hole in the floor. Get it? Too bad.
Nearly.
Nearly. Well, she's right, she'll fit this. Just a hole in the floor to screw on your negative on the bottom of the cell.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Hold the cell up.
You want to undo that?
Yep. That just goes through the center
Should throw you through.
and there. Over here, I'm with the big shifter over there, mate. Over near the welder one.
Oh, you did say big, Joe.
Yeah.
No, yeah, for Christmas is the bigger one. Yeah. That should connect.
Huh? Yeah, but I'm gonna lay down under here and put the wing up on there.
Yep.
And that'll hold the cell up, and that gives a bolting connection and
Also negative.
yeah.
And that negative goes to the centre electrode, is that right?
That's it. Now we're up. Right.
Yep.
That's that. Now this just plugs up onto the I think we bent this a bit deep, but that's alright.
This is the fine tuning.
That's it.
So they're all connected.
We're all connected. Yeah,
No.
no, that's not.
You want to do the cable, the hose?
We'll do
Yeah.
that.
We'll,
Hose paints, Joe, do you want to do that?
a bit. not light that gas. You can have it pouring out, you will not light it with nothing. What you've got to do is the metal clip on the front of the cigarette lighter, you have to scrape it onto a positive
Got a mark where you are? Get a look now where it is.
You're going to
Alright. And then we'll look at it in a moment. We'll see where it comes down.
That's where the position is at the moment. It's dark down there, isn't it? Yahoo! And witnessing all this is Brooker. Say hi. You were here.
And Bill.
Let's bring it through.
This is a positive wire.
Yep.
That'll be connected to the intake manifold drawing from the cell so that it remains positive.
Yep.
The reason that we don't want it to touch anything, the outside.
When the gas starts to go in, there is a hair whisker, hair line where it is. Normal on petrol, you can grab a dizzy and do that.
Yeah.
When you get this gas in all by itself, you can't even move it a whisker to get out the motor stop.
Right.
Feel it's starting to change now?
Yep. So what we're doing is running on fuel, hydrocarbon fuel, petrol, to prime and charge the cell, at which time we'll shut the fuel off and be totally on H particle fuel.
Oh.
This is still with petrol in this gas.
Yep.
You want to see the taco? Taco.
No, it's got, yep, got it.
Taco normally on this motor on petrol and everything else will go to 5.5, 5 3/4 thousand revs, and that's it.
Yep. So it's over 7,000 RPM.
Yeah.
Okay. Over 7,000. Okay.
That's with mild, smaller jets and everything else, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you can.
Start straight away.
Start straight away.
Okay.
Now we're gonna.
Next phase of the trick is, this part of the trick is,
Get the fuel off.
get the fuel off.
Yeah.
Started and then turned off real quick.
Right.
You right?
Yeah. Wait.
Okay. That's where the fuel is coming up from the fuel pump.
See any fuel?
So,
Fuel. I'm not going to guarantee because this hasn't been running for a while.
Yep.
I'm not going to guarantee it's going to go straight to oil.
Yep.
But
Yep.
I'm going to try my best for you.
Okay. There seems to be a lot more regarding subtle energies and energies we don't even know about. In effect, charging.
Before, when I fired this up at Peter and others, I've had the gas in there running for a while, and then I've it stays in there for nearly a week or more.
Yep.
So I can just go in that time and hit it back on again.
Mm-hmm.
But lately, we've had this off now for what, Pete? Probably.
Nearly 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Last week,
So we're in a situation if our friend's caught by the police with this apparatus on, see you later.
Well, yeah, I think so.
Typically, then we come across to our other friend's story about the guy that got the bullet through the head, right?
Come close then.
Yeah.
Yeah, well now if you just hit if you start it, she'll start and
Okay, ready to start?
yeah.
Got the wipe
Hit the
on.
white street.
Does that work? Alright, ready?
So that's letting our fuel out now. If you want to let the fuel in, all you do is screw that input and fuel comes out.
Right.
So what I'm doing here is I'm taking the whole line clean off so that you can see that you can't even vacuum any part.
Yep.
And we're going to let it run till she totally runs out of fuel.
So we're just running on fuel that's in the carburetor now.
Plus, you have some vacuum on the cell.
Yeah.
And that's whatever's coming off the cell. Normally this would run out without the cell on. This would run out in probably by now. So when they come through off the cell, you're not using the fuel as much as you're using some of that fuel. So you run longer on the amount of fuel once you got.
Yes.
With the jet so small, solder down to 39 size or smaller, you're going to use less fuel, but the other thing is to compensate to get those revs out of a motor with that amount of fuel, you wouldn't even get to 4,000 revs with the jet flopping normally, would you?
Yeah.
So, what we do is just let it run down and then we'll
Go to phase 3.
Press that up a bit, sir. That'll make it go.
Whatever fuel is left in the fuel bar. Right,
Why does it stop?
run out of petrol.
okay.
So now you fill it up with water.
You try and start it?
Yeah?
You don't well load too much, then you got a small battery, but I mean, we'll load a few times to make sure that she's not going to...
You do this first one.
Happy no fuel?
Okay,
There you go.
here we go. This is yours truly doing it. And as we can see on the bonnet there.
Good. Yeah, certainly with plenty.
Alright, okay, so there we are. That's the chit-chat. Now the next trick,
The next trick.
phase 4.
The next trick is to turn the cell thing. Check it. Why it's not going properly. It's not right out at the end, and it's not making a good connection.
Okay, just check the electrical connections there.
See what she's doing. Now this here goes to the power to the cell.
Yes.
Yeah, you follow those wires, you'll find that the wire comes from that fuse to the switch.
Right.
Gives me power to the end of that.
Yes, that has.
See if she'll fire by herself.
Bring more in.
I don't bet you do, mate. Back down a bit, by the sound of it.
Without playing around, it's after it's discharged the battery rather than the cell. So I'll just make that clear. So once these guys get equipped, I'll change my battery in my camera. And here we are, just backing up the battery in the back.
Battery on.
Gives us a bit of guts.
Better.
You want to just do that timing then, Jack? You want to just do that timing? I'll turn him over.
No, can you put your hands at, no, too dry, no, that will give it too much. Hang on. Cut the air off to the carburetor.
Right.
Okay, choke on. Now this is running on H particle.
Jack on in.
Absolutely. Okay. So we're all going to go for a ride. And just before they do that, can I smell the exhaust? Yes. Yeah. It does have some contaminants, but totally different. Okay. That's to be expected. We just couple it on. Yep.
Right in the back.
Oh, no, the camera. No, get the camera on it.
Will you trust me there with me, bro?
Now, just before we head off, we're now totally on our H particle.
Yes, we are. It's wonderful.
Right. Okay.
You come back a bit.
Now, I hope my...
You notice that the motor is running smooth?
Just a minute, yeah. I'll just put this on standby and put my seatbelt on. Okay, see that battery charger over there? The camera recharges. Can you whip those two batteries off for me so I can put them, take them with us? We don't want to run out of fuel. Battery fuel now, do we? Just on that charger.
Just slide them off.
Yeah, that. Just pull the batteries off the side.
No, the batteries are on the side of that you had, Jack. Go back.
Yeah, pull them off the side. That's
One, two.
Pull them up.
Slide them up.
Up. Pull them up. Got it. Voila.
You can play those one day.
I can't play with any of this stuff.
Hey, Brooke. Okay. As we're saying, we're idling about 1100 RPM compared to where we were. The fuel cell is down here. Okay.
As she goes down, see?
Yep. Now we're still putting electrical energy into this now, correct?
Yep. Just take the phone
Okay.
compared to the other one.
The cell is now still being driven by electrical energy. Roughly how many amps, would you say?
Yeah.
Wouldn't be two.
Quarter?
Wouldn't even put a spark.
Quarter?
Now I'll reiterate again, we are running H particle, no hydrocarbon fuel at all, zero.
Okay.
Now we're heading up the main road.
Now it's very... See, look,
Quite sensitive.
very sensitive.
Yeah.
Out in the big world now, Wayne.
Talk to me. So in actual fact, you put a cup and a half of water in and found that he overfilled it because there's none meant to be in it. Okay, we're still running electricity at the moment because until we get it fully cleared up and running.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be on the level. These have got those balance involved inside.
Balls. Okay, we're now switched off. We just pushed.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. You want to look what?
Ah, magic. There is something there, see? It doesn't show.